So I'm actually sitting on the floor today. You can't see because of my background, but yeah. So I wanted to just say, if you are, I mean, I know Roehampton, you're usually sitting on a chair, but if you want to sit on the floor or other places.
Oh.
So I'm just in a regular cross-legged position, but I want my spine to be not straight, but I want a straight line between the crown of my head, my throat, and the center of my pelvic floor. So I've got this straight line down from here. The spine is doing its curves, going out here and in there, and the tail is tucking in again at the end. So I can just let all that be, and it means that I'm using the minimum effort in my back muscles. And the same principle applies on a chair. So I've got I'm just gonna turn off this background. That's better.
Oh.
I'm in my office. So have this much.
Oh.
And it brings my pelvis up. So I have a nice angle. So I'm just, because I'm not that flexible in my legs, that I can just sit on the floor. So with a little bit of extra height, I mean, that's why people use cushions for meditating. And this is quite a firm cushion. So if you, a rolled up towel would be better than a pillow. Pillows are too soft. But I'll just show you, if I add a blanket to my height, you'll see that it increases the curve, and all my energy is going to go up in the head. And I'm going to get myself a headache. And if I demonstrate the opposite, I take my cushion away. It's okay for a minute, but I'm going to, when I relax, I'm just going to go, my curve is going to go backwards. And I'll have to keep, if I want to have space for my breathing, if my lumbar spine is curved backwards, then it means my chest is compressed slightly, and the breath is not so deep, it's not so easy. But you can apply the same principles to sitting on a chair. You want to be on top of your sitting bones, and you want the bowl of the pelvis. Yeah, this isn't a very good bowl, but the pelvis is like this, right? You don't want it to be tilting this way or this way. It's like you want, you just want the sitting bones. You just want the sitting bones to be taken away. Anyway. But if you're sitting on a chair, it's the same principle. If I'm nicely balanced and upright, my shoulders are easy. I've got plenty of space for my breath. And also, if we're doing loving kindness meditation, I'm going to sit a bit closer. If we're doing loving kindness meditation, if this area feels open, it's easier to do that kind of practice. If you're feeling a bit like this, try this. So bring your shoulders forward, bring your chin to your chest. Try with me, copy me. So you go really, really curved in and chin on the chest, and look down and say out loud, I feel really good. I feel really good. It doesn't fit, right? It doesn't fit. It's not that the words don't fit the posture. Whereas if I'm sitting upright, my chest is open, my shoulders are balanced, I'm sitting easy. If I say, I feel really good, it seems to fit the posture. So that's another trick you can do. If you don't feel really good, then maybe your posture is not doing what it could do. Okay, so we're going to do some mindful breathing this morning. I'm just going to go back to my background because I can't bear to look at the mess. I can't bear to look at the mess behind me. very messy. That's better. So make sure that you're sitting comfortably, stable, upright. You might like to close the eyes just to simplify the perceptual field. Just check in with the spine. How is the spine? Is the spine able to rest in its natural curves? Because the curves that are naturally there in the spine will balance us. If we make the spine straight, it's tiring. And if we were going to sit here for half an hour, the back will get very tired if we don't balance it. So you might like to just move your tailbone forwards and backwards. Just take the tailbone forwards and backwards, just a centimeter, just to feel how that changes the rest of the spine. And at the other end, you can take some small nods of the head. Some small turns of the head, just to free the neck. And then rest, and then check about where you can put put your hands. If I put my hands right on the end of my knees, it pulls my shoulders forward. If I put my hands at the back of me, I can feel my weight falling backwards. So if I just put my hands on my thighs, or sometimes I like to make this, I don't know if you can see, I'm just making this position with the hands and then rest them in my lap. Then if the thumbs, if I notice that the thumbs have come apart, I know that my mind is wandering. If I find my thumbs are really pressed hard together, then I know that I'm trying too hard. So this thing of just gently touching the thumbs, it helps you find the right balance of effort. So I can just take that position and just slide it down into my lap. And you notice I have a little bit of space between my elbow and my rib cage. And if my lap is too small, I'm going to get a blanket. I'm going to roll it up and put it on my lap so that I can rest my hands on it. And that I find that very comfortable. And you can see the space between my elbows and my ribs, and my shoulders are really nicely balanced. So, coming to the body, coming back to the spine, bringing attention to the spine. And the spine carrying weight of the head and the shoulders and the ribs and the belly downwards. The spine carries the weight down into the pelvis. And the pelvis drops the weight through the sitting bones into the seat. The seat carries that weight to the floor, and from the floor into the center of the earth. And the legs are resting at ease. If you're on a chair, then soles of the feet flat to the floor. And it's helpful if you're in a chair to really feel the ground under the feet. Feel the floor. we could make a whole meditation simply working with the body, with the posture, continually working to an easier, well-balanced, comfortable place where body and mind can just work together on the meditation. And when we meditate the breath, that's kind of what we're doing. So take these minutes to simply rest the mind and the body together. They were never separate. And with awareness, gently attending to the basic experience of body. All 38 trillion cells at once. Dropping towards gravity, supported by the bones. Being breathed. The earth is breathing you. The earth is breathing you. Feeling the contact with the floor, let's scan upwards from the feet. Briefly. So how are the feet? What kind of textures, sensations? Are they relaxed? Are they tense? The heels, the toes touching each other, the tops of the feet, the texture of clothing, socks maybe, whatever kind of floor surface there is, carpets, wood, whatever. How are the ankles? So discard, let the words float away. Come to the sensation. You can say to yourself, ankles, to help direct the attention, but if the attention is really just with the sensations. We're interested in the sensations of ankles and shins and calves and feet, the whole lower leg. What kind of textures, the temperature of the air, feeling the clothing, feeling contact with floor or furniture. Knees, how are the knees? Are they bent, folded? Long? All sorts of possibilities for the knees. Make sure they're comfortable. As comfortable as can be. How are the thighs? The big thigh muscles, the hamstrings, and the longest bone in the body, the thigh bone, the femur. Reaching all the way from the knees up, deep into the hip socket. Feel the depth of the hip socket and the femur resting there. How's the pelvis? The belly, the lower back, feeling the strength and support of the spine in the lumbar region, carrying weight down into the pelvis, into the sitting bones. Is it possible to soften the belly a little? Allow the belly to move with breath. Allow the rib cage to move with breath. In the middle spine and the upper spine, the thoracic spine. Heart and lungs protected by mobile ribs. Shoulders. How are the shoulders? Is there tension? Are they at ease? If the mind is wandering a lot, don't worry. Just keep relaxing the attention back into the body. When the mind is busy with something, there is tension. So relaxing the attention back into the present moment of the body. How are the arms? How heavy are the arms? Resting however they rest. The hands, elbows, wrists, armpits, fingers. Soft, sensitive hands, full of sensation, full of information. What are they saying? What do the hands notice? How's the neck and the throat? Is it possible to have a felt sense of the whole body from the neck downwards, all at once, before bringing some attention to the skull, the face, the scalp, the ears resting on the side of the head, the ear cavity going deep into the skull, the eyes resting back deep into the sockets, feeling the depth of the sockets backwards, softening the optic nerve, so close to the brain, encouraging the brain to soften and relax. Soft air passing through the nostrils, the tongue resting in the mouth, and the whole face at rest. No expression needed now. The whole body at once, all 38 trillion cells at once being breathed. Allow the breath to be at the center of attention. Let the rest of the body be there. Maybe there are thoughts, maybe there are feelings, sounds, smells, tastes. But at the center of it all, the sensations caused by breathing. The sensations that are caused by breathing. In the center of attention, in the foreground of awareness. How is the breath? Where is the breath happening? Where is the breath happening? How long is the breath? How much time does an in-breath take? How much time does the out-breath take? Each breath is different. Clearly knowing the breath. The whole body breathing. Sensitive to the whole body, breathing in. Sensitive to the whole body, breathing out. If the mind wanders, notice the mind. Relax the mind. Come back to body and breath. So we want to stabilize, to settle the attention, to develop the concentration. But we don't need to use strong effort. We need to put a lot of effort into relaxing. So we have a clear intention. Clear intention. There is enough effort. We just keep exercising the muscle of present moment attention. mindful of the whole body breathing. Every cell in the body is being breathed. Air comes into the lungs, passes into the heart, and from there out to the bloodstream into all of the cells. And the cells breathe out, and that air, that stale air, is carried through the bloodstream into the heart and out through the lungs. So this amazing process of breathing that the body does all the time. No need to do anything to it. Let the breath be as it is. Relaxing. Relaxing into stillness. No need to move the body. Just resting and breathing. And there is a process that happens naturally. Whatever we become aware of in the body will relax, will tend to relax. So we don't need to do relaxation on top of everything. Simply being aware of the body and the mind allows everything to settle and relax into presence. Calming the whole body with awareness. One breathes in, calming the whole body. One breathes out. Calming the body with the breath, with the awareness of the breath in the whole body. Anytime the mind wanders off, notice. Try to notice a little bit sooner each time. It's not wrong, it's just the process. The mind wanders, we bring it back. The mind wanders, we bring it back. wanders, we bring it back over and over again. We can also tune in to the feeling tone of all of the sensations of the body. Every sensation is, we can say it's pleasant, or it's not so pleasant, or it's somewhere in between. So be aware of the feeling tone of the body, of the different parts of the body. Particularly pleasurable sensations. Really noticing and enjoying any pleasurable sensations that are in the body and the mind. There might be feelings or thoughts in the mind that are pleasant, that don't disturb the meditation. Just the work that we do with the mind to pay attention and be present is actually quite satisfying. So sensitive to pleasant feeling tone. One breathes in. Sensitive to pleasurable sensations and feelings. One breathes out. And just let them come and go, just like the sensations. Feeling tone is just there. It comes, it goes, it changes, it transforms, disappears, it comes back. Just let it be what it is. Enjoying whatever is pleasurable and having patience for whatever feels difficult. How is the breath? How are the sensations? What is pleasurable in the body and mind? Enjoy without indulging. Whatever is difficult in the body and mind, just have patience and kindness. Now that we're settling more, becoming sensitive to the subtler, deeper, calmer range of experience. We're still in feeling, aware of the feeling tone of the body, the sensations, but looking for calm and also in the mind, contentment, content, calm, at peace. So it's pleasurable, but it's a little bit calmer. Just start to look for those calmer, more content, perhaps even blissful, deeply pleasurable. If there are unpleasant or difficult feelings or sensations, just having kindness towards them and enjoy whatever is pleasurable, whatever is calm, at ease, at peace. You can't force the mind to be peaceful. You have to go through this process of allowing everything to quieten down, to settle more deeply. So sensitive to calm and contentment, breathing in. Sensitive to calm and contentment, breathing out. Always breathing in, always breathing out. Knowing the breath, knowing the body. Where are you now? Where is the mind? How is the body? How are the sensations, feelings, the thoughts, the emotions? Everything is there. Just let it be. With an awareness of breath at the center of it all. Where is the mind now? Keep coming back. The basic experience, the body, breath, feeling, thought. And around the breath and the body, there are feelings and thoughts. Is it possible to notice the arising of a thought, to let it come to life and to pass away without any interference? So we become sensitive to the arisings of the heart and mind. Sensitive to the arisings of heart and mind. One breathes in. Sensitive to the arisings of heart and mind. One breathes out. And being aware of the arisings of thoughts and feelings can also have the effect of calming down the thoughts and the feelings. because they're observed. They don't gather momentum. We don't need to stop them or squash them. Just notice. In this vast space of mind, thoughts are arising and passing. Feelings are arising and passing. Sensations are arising and passing. And then rest. Let go of any effort that you're making. Take some moments to absorb the effects of the practice before making a gradual transition back into